Hello and welcome to Mad Old Goes Racing, and we're back in Le Mans Ultimate doing part 2 of the look at the Hypercars. So without further ado, we'll carry on where we left off, which was being in Spa, Hypercars, and selecting the Porsche. Again, green track, so we'll stick with that and off we go. What I'm going to do is do those three, and then I'm going to try a couple of little tweaks just to see if I can make the Cadillac slightly less lethal. There are certain things you could probably do with the power management to stop it locking the back in braking, because I think the brake migration bit needs more range in it, maybe. So it actually sort of offsets a bit more, so as you get to the end of the braking zone it's trying less hard to lock the back brakes. Also, obviously, if it's trying to spin itself through a rouge, it obviously needs a bit more stability on the back end, which is wing and toe. So we'll tweak a few things and see whether or not it's quite as lethal. Hopefully not. This thing's taking an inordinate amount of time to load. Why does it take so bloody long? Why did that take so long? Right. Porsche, I think this is one of the ones where you just stick it in gear and it's electric. Yep. This is what I first hypercar I drove around Le Mans, so I haven't actually tried it around here yet. So we'll see how it goes. It's got two choices. It'll either be good or it won't. Well, that's a nice sign, because it didn't feel like it was instantly understeering. Bit of spinning up under acceleration there. I was going to say I haven't tried it around here, and then I'm thinking, have I? I can't remember. It would probably been a good idea to brake a little bit earlier there. But certainly in terms of sort of understeer fade on the FFB, it feels nice and firm at this point, so we're not getting the problem we did with the couple of the other cars, where it felt a bit limp as you turned in and went over that grip limit. So a little bit of rotation mid-corner there. As I've said before, this is worst possible conditions with a green track, and so oh yeah, a little bit of rotation. I wasn't expecting that, so caught me a bit unawares, shall we say. Track limits evaluated. Brakes feel a little bit wooden, they're not like they're working 100%, but might just be me and my expectations, I don't know. Little bit of a rear locking up there. I was just looking to see if I can see anywhere where the bloody migration is set to, and I can't. So if I go here, okay, the migration is set to only 1%, so So it is causing a little bit of a problem, so we'll got two choices. We can either be more cautious in the brake zone, or we can try up in there a couple of bits. The reason I couldn't do that with a Cadillac is because it was already at maximum, so which rather bugs you if you can't actually make a further adjustment to the sort of simple stuff you do whilst you're actually just driving. I will say that at least you've got arm adjustments in car, so wide. Talking a bit wide. I'm getting a bit of an understeer on the front end.
Time was 8209.65.
I would look at that, but I can't be bothered. See if we can. Yeah, it just brakes feel wooden. Like, are they actually stopping me? Because that's how it feels. Like I'm not really stopping. Corner going, I've hit the brakes, am I going to stop? I'm not 100% sure. And then it was interesting. If it used to change down as I came into pill on. So once the tyres are warmed up a little bit, this doesn't feel too bad. Like I say, you have to go with the slight adjustment to your brake migration thing to stop it locking the backs a little bit. And but overall, that feels pretty good. 206.57. So yeah, that's not too bad at all actually. So certainly, apart from needing that little tweak there to go from the default 1 to up to 2 for the migration, it's not bad at all. So let's just, if I remember what my brain's going, I'm going to do something. What am I going to do? I'm going to press a button. That's what I'm going to do. I do wonder if I'm actually catching a bit too much curb going at the right hander of the final chicane. That's why I keep getting a bit of rotation on, should we say? It's very easy to do. I would like a little bit more front end on this, but it's not too bad. Yeah, going into there I was like, Am I going to stop or not? Am I going to stop? It's just got a bit of a wooden feel on the brakes. It's actually very difficult to get some sort of idea of what the brakes are doing at times. I'm talking about in general in sims, without... I don't know if this thing actually controls the Fanatec rumble motors on your pedals at all. And I haven't got Fanlab running at the moment, so that won't be doing it, that's for sure. But overall, definitely one of the better cars out of the box, although, like I said, you do need that. Just one little tweak. I don't know whether I should include that as out of the box or not. If you can just, it's a bit like brake bars adjustments, you can do it on the fly. So, but then you can also adjust it. Quite a few other things on the fly with these things. So, yeah, I think I am probably launching a bit off that curb. Overall, not too bad at all. Certainly could be a lot worse, apparently. I don't know why I'm doing that, because it doesn't do anything unless you actually click on it. Right, next up is another car. The Toyota. The Growlow. No, it's GR010. Yes. Yep. What am I expecting from this? I would hope one of the better cars. But you never know. Hopes and dreams and all that, you know. Right. Oh, it's got an engine. There's a lot of things on that steering wheel, some of which sort of going, what we got? TC level, TC slip. Oh, look where you go. I'm trying to read the steering wheel, I'm sort of squinting at it. Car. Oh, front and rear arbs. Right. Steering's very light. FFB. Oops. Definitely needs a bit of a FFB updating. What's the words I'm fucking looking for? A bit of additional oomph on the FFB. That's the words I'm looking for. Starting to get a little bit there, but not really sure what happened there. Yes, I've actually got a button set to restart the engine because I need it. Oh. Nothing like stalling a car on a gravel track. I was just looking to see whether or not it was doing any regen. Nope, and all it's doing is lock the back. Weird. I was looking at the battery down there, but it hasn't actually got a battery symbol. So I'm slightly confused. So let's just go down here and see what it says. So it's got the wiring range. Motor map 60 kilowatt, regen level 200. 200? This thing got a sort of more electric and less. Now it's doing it. So that's weird. Now it's got the battery symbol, so presumably now it can regen. I've got no idea what this thing's doing as far as its regen is concerned. It's very confusing. So I'm not sure what these extra purple lights are for. That I think initially were the sort of you've locked up or you've got traction control spin or something, but I don't know what they're doing. Those now they look like they were you've locked up lights, but and other times they don't. Ones I'm talking about on top of the dash. 209.85. The ones that are showing all purple now. I'll have to look online, see if there's some documentation about what they actually tell you. Yeah, very light on the FFP. Now they're flashing yellow. There's nothing like different coloured flashing lights to really confuse people. At the end of the day, apart from that weird insta spin that I wasn't sure what actually caused it, ran a bit wide there. Wasn't helpful, I was confused by looking at the battery and going, why has it got no charging thing? In terms of general feel, apart from the somewhat light FFP, it's actually not too bad. This is getting the back end kicking about all over the place and making a right mess of it.
That time was a 206.74.
I almost feel like I want a bit more steering input at times. But yeah, that's slightly weird. I haven't noticed that battery symbol going clear like that on the other cars. I will say I wasn't necessarily looking at it a lot, but generally speaking, apart from slightly light FFB, that's not too bad at all. Certainly, got to press the R button again, haven't I? Certainly not the worst car by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, a bit light FFB wise, so I'll probably want to whack it out at about 120% on the FFB again. I don't think you can change the caster angle, which would actually allow you to have a bit more trail and therefore a bit more weight in the wheel. I certainly couldn't see anything when I was looking at the available setup options. Yep, I definitely ran a bit wide there. A few interesting blurs on the car where it's presumably trying to do some either FFB or blur, motion blur. Sort of around the edge of the front windscreen there. I don't know how well that'll come across on the YouTube with all the compression, but yeah. I've noticed a few layers going on the windscreen there. Yeah, that's not a bad feeling car, just a bit light, and like I said, I don't know what happened with that Insta spin, whether it was just me sort of not paying attention, looking down there and being silly, I don't know, but yeah, weird little spin that. And I certainly missed the apex by a country mile there. Sitting there going, I'm getting a bit warm. Let's go and turn the fans on. I think actually this feels quite similar to the Porsche, but without the nice FFB weight that the Porsche's got. Well, I was surprised at the numbers for the motor setting at 60 kilowatts and the recovery at 200. I'm assuming there's a difference in internal combustion engine output that allows them to have a higher recovery or something, or I don't know. I'd have to look the rules up, but yeah, there's all sorts of weird rules about things balanced against each other, like electric motor versus ICE. Presumably they've got the usual, you can do this or this, and this with this, and that with that, and very confusing. Last but by no means least, maybe, is the Vanwall. I haven't driven this one either. I hadn't driven the Toyota either. I certainly haven't driven this one. So again, voyage of discovery. What we'll discover, who knows? We might discover a pleasant surprise, or we might discover something that will kill us instantly. Who knows? Ye gods. I'm assuming there's more than one page to that steering wheel, and I don't know that I've got a button set up to change the pages, so it's telling me all about my tyres. Very understeery feeling. What engine this thing's got in it, but it's revs to about 20,000 RPM by the sound of it. Very light steering again. Again, is this because we've got to... Where are you going, boy? Is this because we've got conference? I'm not detecting a lot of heat being generated in these bloody tyres. So, a little bit of rotation might feel there. Oh shit! I think I've broken it. I definitely think I've broken it. I think that's fairly dead, that. Let's try that again, and before we actually go in here, let's just look to see. So, are you saying this thing hasn't got any? No brake map. So has this thing got no electric motor then? I'm slightly confused. I know there's some weird rules about what you can have and what you can't have, but try and get a bit of tyre temperature. I presume if I try and do this, it'll say not approved. Yep. And I'll assume the same thing for if I do that. Yep. Now, where did I crash? Oh yes. for a very fast corner, it's got a bit ski with, so tyres are only up to 47, 48 degrees, which is interesting. We'll have a big lift through there, alright, for that shit up. Certainly revs up. Front end's a little bit through there. Wasn't really sure where it was going. Show a lot of sign of tyre temperature. Perhaps this thing's just very light on its tyres. They're getting up to 60 degrees. Oh shit. Was a bit clumsy, to put it bluntly. Went through there all right, if I can speak. So I'm a bit slow due to that slight issue. Let's see if we can get a clean lap. Oh shit. I'm thinking no. I tried to get on the power a bit earlier there. I think my engine is dead, judging by the red light there. Should I bother doing another lap, or should I just go sod it and hit the replay? Yeah, that's interesting car. I think I need to look some information up about that particular one, about what it's got sitting in the back of it. Front end feels a little light, FFB terms, but when it loads up it's fine. Again, it's just got a couple of points of interesting behaviours, shall we say. I'm sure with a little bit more time in it, I'd get my head around it, but it doesn't feel really horrible, just weirdly different. They seem to have an interesting habit of lighting the rears up when you don't expect it, which is not good. Again, that might just be down to needing a lot more laps on the tyres. A bit more grip on the track would probably help. I mean, what was that about? I changed down. I didn't think I did anything particularly bad in terms of what I was doing other than changing down, but it certainly howls along fairly. Just deciding whether or not it's a V12 by the sound of it. I'm not sure. I would have to look it up. Shall we just watch it go up the hill and over the hill and spin around? Yeah, what the hell? Why not? We'll just watch ourselves have another accident. Oh yeah. I think I damaged it. Judging by the way that wheel fell off anyway. I don't know what the damage modelling set to, whether it's set to something extreme or not, but yeah, that was interesting again. Right, now what I'm going to try is just a little tweak on the Cadillac, as I said, and see if it makes it a little less lethal. Hopefully. I did do a couple of laps earlier just to get my head around it. Hopefully I can do a couple of laps without killing myself in this. So far, the Porsche has been reasonable. Pardon the slight adjustment, which you can do on the fly. The Peugeot, is it Peugeot? Toyota. I'll get the right colour in a minute. Toyota was quite a good bit light in the front, but otherwise alright. That other thing was just like mental. So, but here we go. Right, set up. Now, assuming it hasn't remembered the changes I made, so let's have a look. Right, sign setup is factory defaults. Powertrain. Now, the regen level, if it's regenerating, it's obviously having to put more torque into the wheels that are driving the regen. So presumably this is only doing the rear wheel. I haven't looked it up, but I'm assuming that. And if I lower the regen on it, hopefully that means there's less being put into it to cause it to lock the back end up at the end of the braking zone. This is my theory. I will apply it. And as you can see, it only goes up to 170, so why the Toyota goes up to 200, don't know. We'll try that. Wheels and brakes. We will also adjust the brake forward a bit, but this is as far as it can go with a 2.5, so whatever. But we'll go up to, that seemed to be quite reasonable. What was the other things I did? Good question. I'm trying to remember. Toe. Give it a bit more. And a bit more rear wing. And then give that a shot. What's the worst that can happen? It can't be any better than it. Oh, it can't be any worse than it was, surely. I still can't decide how it decides when it's going to fire the engine up. Nearly. Now a bit more toe on the back. One of the things it should do is help actually get a bit more heat in the rear tyres. So obviously the tyres, because they're angled differently, they basically scrub along the road a bit more, so it gets a bit more heat in them, so that helps. I think it still needs a bit more FFP. It might just be that everything needs a bit more FFP, so. Generally the GTE cars are, and the P2 got plenty heavy FFP, but the Hypercars will feel like they could do a little bit more in most cases. Whether that's to allow for more loading at high speed, I don't know. Obviously, as you get more downforce, you should get more load through the steering. Oh, that was me driving over the curves a bit clumsily there. It was trying to lock it back, but just about avoided it. Definitely still not got sufficient tyre temperatures to get the tyres really working. Now, that's weird, because earlier on I was doing this and it was working no problem at all. I was having no problem driving a car, and now the steering's bent by the looks of it. Let's go back to the pits and try that again, shall we? Did actually put all the settings on, didn't it? Yeah, well, it's already got rear wing, so perhaps I just am not. No, didn't make it do that. Well, that's weird, because it's now saying, There's obviously a bit of a UI problem there. That's even weirder, because it had changed it to interesting, because the factory defaults, it's changed a load of things. That was 0.06. I think I'm going to exit and come back into the race weekend. Does it actually put a slightly different bloody setup in it? That's weird. If it has, that's very strange. Let's see what it says. Setup. Advanced setup. Yeah, that had changed. And that had changed. So, weird. Anyway, we'll try again, and this time I'll try and let things warm up a bit more. It's the wrong thing. I meant to be doing that one, didn't I? Drop back down. And suspension, wheels and brakes. There it is. Let's try that again. We'll try and allow a bit more time to warm the tyres up, because I tried this earlier on and it was fine. Maybe my driving's just got worse. And they were exactly the same changes I made, so. Try and be a bit careful to warm up and see if it helps. But yeah, very strange. Of course, I could give it even more toe and give it even more wing, so it's just a matter of, is it actually making a difference to the way it feels? I could, of course, have just added a shitload of rubber to see if that helped, but I don't know how they decide to set out the cars by default. Whether they're set out for a specific track each time or what, I don't know. Right, how much temperature we got? Let's it does actually tell you what the optimum temperatures for the tyre should be. I'm guessing that's nowhere near optimum. It still feels like it's trying to rotate through there a bit. Certainly not flat. So with putting a lot more rear wing in is, do you actually upset the aero balance so it doesn't actually turn in high speed corners? Overall, either I'm being a lot more careful than I was the other day, or it's definitely better. He says just looking up. Not even sure which end that was looking up. I thought initially it was the back, but then I wasn't sure. we can get a bit more temperature in the tyres. Oops. Front end went very light there. Just felt like if I turned I was going to do something strange. So. Was that me running over the curb was doing that? Can't always tell. Front left's now up to 74 degrees, so I'm assuming the temperatures in the MFD are actually sort of more cool temperatures, so probably a better indication than the little icon thing about whether or not they're really up to operating temperature. But it does feel like it's getting a bit better. So he says he throws it into the corner because it's just locked up. I don't want to lose farting around in that corner.
That time was a
Try one more.
7.33.
Right, tyres are all up to about 74, so I don't know how much more temperature they'll get. No! No! Try too hard. It was feeling alright, and then it wasn't. So, yeah. It certainly, yeah, I really didn't do a good job of getting over those curves, did I? I did an even worse job on the next lap. Yeah, it's definitely better with those. The few adjustments, definitely not as prone to throw the back end of the scenery on the brakes anyway, but certainly not an easy car to get a handle on. There's probably somebody who knows a lot more about setup than me has got a really good setup for it somewhere, but as I said, I'm not sure if they actually have the same setup for all the circuits or whether they've got individual circuit setups. I'd have to try it on a few different circuits and see how much difference there is, if any. But at least the setup changes did make it feel a little bit better. A little bit. So, it's like everything else. Hopefully they'll get there. Although apparently they're not going to do a dedicated server, which is a little bit annoying. They're expecting people to pay a la iRacing to race online with hosted servers. So I'm sorry, I pay for the electricity to run my bloody computer. I'm not going to pay to actually have to go online as well. So may not be doing any races with it unless they actually do change their mind about the dedicated server. As I say to people, there is a reason I've never done iRacing, because I'm not going to spend that much money. I spend enough money on all the other bits and pieces, so I'm not going to actually spend money on everything else. The game, yeah, that definitely lost a lot of time, didn't it? That's probably half a second there. We'll see if we got the line wrong through Eau Rouge again. Wouldn't be the first, and won't be the last time I got it wrong, if I got it wrong. No. Flies well. That'll buff out. Right, overall, in terms of the additional cars, Porsche, okay. Again, it needs that little brake migration adjustment. There was probably something else you could adjust that would actually do the same thing. You might better just push the balance forward a bit on the brakes and compensate for it that way. The Toyota, a bit light in the FFB, but otherwise not too bad. And the Vanwall, interesting, I think that's the correct term to use. But yeah, definitely did some weird shit. That was probably the one that was the most like what's just happened. Probably even more than the Cadillac. It was no, it's all behaving itself, and then all of a sudden it's not. Again, you can probably do a little something to persuade it to behave itself a bit better. But yes, all in all, bit of a mixed bag when it comes to the hypercars, but I'm sure with a little bit of gentle persuasion they can be all persuaded to be a little bit better. But you'll probably find, as will happen with all these types of things, there'll be the meta car that everybody wants to drive, and the rest of them nobody will touch with a barge pole. So it's the way it goes sometimes. But I think that's enough bullshit and waffle from me for today. So I will say, enjoy yourself, have fun, enjoy your racing, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Where's my button?